You want to say anything to anybody?
Hello.
Like, it's a good thing that God looks out for the United States. That will never happen because God looks out. Well, I think that's really a ridiculous comment.
Well, let me put it this way. I agree with that statement in so much as he has blessed this nation for a long time in so many ways. However, I also agree that to your point that if we think that we're untouchable, we're invincible, God's blessings will always be upon and bestowed upon us, you're blatantly naive and incorrect in my opinion. As long as we do the right thing and have the right things in mind in terms of ultimately what's in our heart, then we'll be blessed. Okay. But
Yeah,
if we keep,
as we just talked about, this country, longer than
okay.
all of us, longer than we've been alive, has been like this.
Well, I'm just trying to give my point of view, which is if we keep turning our back on God, we're not going to be blessed, folks. We're not. That's my opinion. And you're going to see some pretty bad and ugly stuff go down. And
Well,
that's why
how is killing the rest of the world for not following our agenda? How is that not turning your back on God, Dan?
Yeah, I'm not debating that, man. I'm just saying in general, we have to be careful what we say, what we do, how we treat other people. I mean, at the end of the day, what I'm saying is, and people need to understand this, okay? All of us. It doesn't matter what language you speak, what your race is, what your sex is. I mean, from God's point of view, we're all God's children. He doesn't look at us like there's the black guy, there's the Asian guy, there's the white Italian guy, AKA me, there's the Irish guy, my buddy Dave. He sees us all as his children, and we're supposed to treat each other. I know I sound like a storybook, but we're supposed to treat each other well and with kindness and dignity. And the reality is we don't teach this anymore. Whenever you treat somebody poorly, you're treating one of God's children poorly. And in effect, you're treating God poorly. Okay. And, God is like a big parent, he has his patience, he's not capable of sin. He's not capable of harming you in a bad way, but he is capable of stepping aside. And if he steps aside, who knows what might be ushered in? That's my comment. Who knows? That's why it's important to try to obey and live by, what he's laid out for us. And if you think that's a joke, I mean, I know when I've strayed, I've paid for it in my life. For sure.
Well, the United States is like the Wizard in the Wizard of Oz because they've had the world reserve currency and they've had the stage. So you can create any facade you want and the rest of the world will believe it. Don't pay attention to that guy behind the counter or behind the curtain. So you're here spouting about how the United States has been this great nation and God has blessed us. Dude, we've been the Rothschilds.
Okay,
we've been the Rothschilds.
Dude, I wasn't spouting. I was saying, though, we have been blessed in a lot of ways, and I feel like we still are. However, I do see the chinks or the kinks or whatever the word is in the armor. He's not going to continue to bless us.
Why would this country deserve any blessings today?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying
what is so exceptional about this country.
Well, I still like to think that, oh boy, I still like to think that we give everybody an equal shot and stuff like that, but
See, Dan, this is the thing. I have no idea. Do you have your head up your ass? I mean, really? You think that this country gives everybody an equal shot?
In reality, no, I'd like to think so. I mean, there was a time when immigrants could come here with nothing and I still think to an extent work their way up. But when you read a lot of this stuff, I do think a lot of this stuff's going on too in the background. I do think there's invisible hands manipulating things.
But think about it. You're just jumping from, I mean, yeah, comparatively speaking, to living in a mud hut, right? Then
for a typical third world nation, yeah.
Yeah, then obviously they're gonna rise up. And yeah, through hard work they'll get up. But do you think that they have the same shot as Donald Trump? I love the line by Gerald Celente. A little boy who was born on third base and thought he hit a home run.
Yeah.
All those type of people.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what it's like. I'm not in that arena. You know, I'm not. Yeah. Yeah, no, I hear you. I'm not debating you at all. I'm not saying you're wrong. I just, yeah.
This country is toast, okay? Because it's called divide and conquer. People in this country are too stupid to realize they're being divided and conquered.
Yeah, I hate it when you put it harsh ways, but I will say, I will agree. I feel like we are being divided. I do feel that way. And if we fall for it, then shame on us, man. Shame on us.
Well, Dan, if you go back and look at videos we did 7, 8 years ago, and you say the same thing to me, gee, Dave, you're being kind of harsh. Gee, Dave, I don't really like to say that. And guess what happens? 7 years later, you're like, oh, wow, I guess you're right. What does this thing say at the beginning? The one thing that I do agree, you have qualified for this project because of your ability to look at human society with cold objectivity and yet analyze and discuss your observations and conclusions with others of similar intellectual capacity without a loss of discretion or humility. In other words, you're not letting your, it wasn't so.
Okay,
the
dude.
The solution of today's problems requires an approach which is ruthlessly candid, with no agonizing over religious, moral,
I get it.
or cultural.
I understand. Whoever wrote this piece is saying, take total emotion out of it, proceed with total factual, empirically based objectivity, and eliminate total emotion. I understand. I understand that.
What else did they call this? What else did they say? What else did they say that this was? They said this was a form of what? Warfare.
Yes. Yeah.
So if somebody declares war on you, they come in with weapons blazing, and you're sitting there saying, I believe in love and peace, and we are the best society on earth.
Okay, I never said that. Now you're putting words in my mouth. I never said that. Okay? Okay, jeepers, man.
I didn't say that was you. I'm saying people in general.
Yeah.
And all Black Lives Matter. And then if you say no, all lives matter, they shoot you in the head in Indianapolis and drag you out of your car.
Yeah, I totally, absolutely, I totally disagree with that. Yeah, maybe that woman made a comment they didn't like, but I'm totally with you. It's like you can't do that. This is America, man. We shouldn't be doing stuff like that.
Divide and conquer. You're falling for it, baby.
I'm not falling for it. A woman should be able.
Do you really believe in any of this Black Lives Matter bullshit?
No,
it's all staged.
I don't know anything about it. What I am saying is that this woman is entitled in the United States of America, in my opinion, to express her humble opinion without getting dragged out of a car, beat up, and shot. Okay? Because, I mean, where are we? In a third world junta? I mean, you know?
Yes.
Is this the Bolsheviks? I mean, what is this? Is this the Nazis, the brown shirts and the black shirts and everything else? I mean, I don't want that for America. That's all I'm saying. She should be able to express her opinion, even if it is a boneheaded comment. You don't drag somebody out of something and beat the hell out of them. It's like, come on, guys. This is America. It's not supposed to be like that. That's all I'm saying, man. I agree with you. It's wrong. It's crazy, and it is pitting. You know, when people do that, it's like, you guys, we're Americans. We need to look out for each other, not fight each other. You know, I agree with you, Dave. Like, pulling out.
Live long and prosper.